Hello guys, this is the first video for Unit 12. The unit is called Are You Okay? And we're going to talk about some illnesses, about not feeling well, okay, about symptoms. And the goals for this part of the unit are to talk about health, buy things in a pharmacy, understand instructions on medicines. So the unit starts with this very interesting quiz. I didn't know most of the things that are asked here. But this time I'm not going to give you the answers. I want you to Google them and be curious. There are some of them that are not specific, so you might have to round the numbers at some point. Okay. For example, I remember that the head weighs not this is specific amounts, but more or less. Okay. So just round the numbers. Okay. Another important thing here is that we have the vocabulary reference of body parts in page 147. I'm going to show you that now. But in the aula virtual, we also have exercises about the human body. So here you can see the parts of the head, the human body, shoulders, stomach, arm, head, okay, and the insides or parts, the hearts. Here we would also have the lungs, muscles, bones, and skin. Okay, so study the files that we have in the aula virtual. That's enough. And I can upload a picture of this page too. Let's go back to the unit. Here we have an exercise where we have some symptoms. It says match problems 1 to 8 with pictures A to H. So we have a headache, cold, sore throat, temperature, pain in my back, problem with my knee, sick, and tired. So what's important here also is that I want to remind you that when we talk about symptoms and about not feeling well, we use have got. I have got a headache. I have got a cold. I have got a sore throat. Okay? So never forget, use have got. For example, I have got the flu. I have got really bad symptoms. I have got a headache. I have got a sore throat and a high temperature. I feel awful. Okay? Never forget about that. And also, I feel really tired or I feel a bit sick. Okay? So, don't forget these expressions and never forget have got. So, pause the video so you can match these symptoms or these problems with the pictures. Okay, now I'm going to give you the answers. In A, we have pain in my back. B would be sore throat. C would be a high temperature. D, a problem with my knee. E, a headache. F, I feel sick. G, a cold. Okay. A cold would be un resfrío. Okay. And the flu, la gripe. And H, tired. Okay. He's yawning. Okay. So this here you have some expressions to make conversation, to talk about the different problems that we have just talked about. So, are you okay? No, not really. I feel really tired and I have got a really strong headache. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. Okay. So, these are expressions that you can use to talk about not feeling well. So, I invite you to practice these conversations and talk about the different problems that we have here in the picture. Moving on, we have a listening activity. It's called What Are Your Symptoms? And here we have Mark from Lyon in France. He is in the UK on a work trip and he goes to the pharmacy. So, we're going to listen to the first part of Mark's conversation with the pharmacist. What problems does Mark have? And remember, try to pay attention or pay lots of attention to this conversation because then you will have to match the pharmacist's questions with Mark's answers. Sorry. So let's listen to the first part of Mark's conversation.
Track 29.
Hello, do you need any help?
Yes. I need something for, well, I guess for pain.
Okay, what are your symptoms?
I've got a pain in my back and I've also got a headache, but that's all.
How long have you had the symptoms?
The back pain started last night and I've had the headache for about an hour.
Okay, there are a few things you can try. Are you allergic to anything?
Just dairy products.
Are you taking any other medicine?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, so remember to pause the video so you can do this activity on your own. So, what problems does Mark have? So he feels unwell. He has got a pain in his back and also he has got a headache. And we're going to match the pharmacist's questions with Mark's answer now. What are your symptoms? The pharmacist asked. And he says, I've got a pain in my back and I have got a headache. Are you allergic to anything? And he says, just dairy products. And are you taking any other medicine? No, not at the moment. So those would be the answers. And I'm going to stop 1 second because dairy products, he's allergic to dairy products. That means he's allergic to products that come from milk, such as cheese, yogurt, milk itself, butter, for example. So he probably feels unwell, he feels sick when he eats or drinks any of these products. He has an allergic reaction. Okay. So symptoms are all those feelings that you feel or that you have when you feel sick or when you have a health problem. Okay, for example, headache, a runny nose, a sore throat. Okay, in the Aula Virtual there is a PowerPoint presentation with where we talk about symptoms that are different from the ones that we just talked about in the video. Okay. So now we're going to read these two medicine packages and you have to answer the question, which medicine is best for Mark and why? Okay, so pause the video so you can read these two medicine packages and answer the question, which medicine is best for Mark and why? Okay, so after reading, I guess that you already know that the best medicine for Mark is paracetamol. And why? Because it's for the relief of aches and pains, and he has got a headache and a pain in his back. And also, Hotlem is also for cold symptoms, including headache, sore throat, and high temperature. And he hasn't got a sore throat or a high temperature. So now we're going to listen to the second part of Mark's conversation. Does he buy Hotlem or paracetamol? Okay, let's listen.
Track 30.
Okay, and do you prefer taking medicine in a drink or tablets?
Tablets, please.
This is the best thing, paracetamol. It's for all aches and pains, so it has everything you need.
All right.
Don't take any other painkillers with paracetamol. Nothing. You mustn't take anything else.
Yes. Okay.
And if they don't work in a day or two, you should go to the doctor.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, so does he buy Hotlem or paracetamol? Well, he buys paracetamol, right? Because it's for all pains and aches, and it's the best for him. So, read the packages again. Are the sentences true or false? So go back to the packages, analyze them, and we're going to answer the questions. So you shouldn't give Hotlem to a 10-year-old. That would be sorry, that's ugly. True. It says, do not give to children under 12. Hotlem has paracetamol on it. True. Yeah, it says, warning, contains paracetamol. An adult can take 6 sachets of Hotlem in 24 hours. And it says, do not take more than 4 in 24 hours, so that would be false. You can drink wine with paracetamol. It says do not take with alcohol, so false. An adult shouldn't have more than 8 tablets in 24 hours. It says do not take more than 8 tablets in 24 hours. So that would be true. Shouldn't take more than 8 tablets in 24 hours. And finally, you can give paracetamol to a 5-year-old. And here it says children to 6 to 12 years, okay? And not for children under 6. So this sentence would be false. You can give paracetamol to a 5-year-old? Nope. So false. Okay, and now here is a very short and simple listening. You're going to listen to the sentences from Mark's conversation, and you have to notice, pay attention to how consonants at the end of a word links to a vowel at the beginning of the next word. This is when the words link together and they sound sometimes as they are one. And this is what we call rapid speech because they connect. So, do you need any help? Need any, right? They connect together. So, listen and pay lots of attention to how these words are connected. Talking, and when these words connect, then you sound more fluent. Because when you talk like, do you need any help? It probably sounds like more robotic. But when you get to connect these words because you're so fluent, then you sound more native even. So let's listen and pay attention to how they
Track
connect.
31.
1.
Do you need any help?
2.
What are your symptoms?
3.
I've had the headache for about an hour.
4.
I've got a pain in my back.
5.
This is the best thing.
Okay, if you need to listen to it again, go back on the video and press play. So it says, do you need any, right? They connect. What are your symptoms? I've had a headache for about an hour. Yeah, they connect. I've got a pain in my back. Sounds really, it's fast and they connect. And this is the best thing, right? So, this is the end of the first video, and I once again invite you to work in the exercises from the Aula Virtual, and also go through the PowerPoint presentation because we have more symptoms and more information about the unit. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video.